All right, today we are diving into a skill that honestly can totally set you apart in your career, and that is professional telephone etiquette. And look, this isn't just about being polite. It's about having a powerful tool to build your career, one call at a time. So let me ask you something, and I want you to really think about it. When you pick up that phone, is your voice building bridges or is it building barriers? That first impression you make, literally in the first few seconds, can define a whole relationship, a project, maybe even a huge deal. It is a critical moment. And it's so true. We live in a world of texts, Slacks, and emails, right? So a real-time actual conversation, well, that's become a premium interaction. That's why great phone etiquette isn't just some personal, nice-to-have skill. It is absolutely vital for an organization's success because it projects competence and confidence to the entire world. Okay, so where do we even begin? Well, before we even think about the specific words to say, we have to build our foundation, and that's your professional telephone manner. Think of it as the bedrock for every single successful call you're ever going to make.
So what exactly is this telephone manner thing anyway? Well, it is definitely not a script. It's all about the energy, the vibe, the attitude you bring to the call. It's the difference between sounding like you're distracted and multitasking versus sounding like you are 100% engaged, and it all comes through, just your voice.
Let's break this down into 4 really simple pillars. First, your tone. It's got to be warm and positive. And here's a great tip. Actually smile when you answer the phone. Seriously, it changes the shape of your mouth and people can literally hear that warmth in your voice. Second, your pace. Keep it moderate, don't rush. Third, clarity. Enunciate your words, especially when you're saying names or numbers. And finally, attitude. Just be helpful and courteous. Those 4 things together, that's what creates a powerful professional presence.
Okay, so we've got the foundation. Now let's see how this all applies to a real live conversation. We're gonna cover both sides of the coin here, making calls and receiving them, because you've got to be a pro at both.
Just think about the huge difference here. A simple hello? It kind of sounds uncertain, maybe even a little passive. But a strong, professional opening that's confident, it's proactive. It immediately tells the caller who you are, where you're from, and, most importantly, it shifts the focus to helping them. It just sets a completely different and better tone for the entire call. Now, when you're the one making the call, this simple 4-step structure is gold. Greet them and say who you are, get right to the point, and this next one is so important. Always check if it's a good time for them to talk. Just asking that one simple question shows that you value their time, and that's the key to building professional respect.
Having a few go-to phrases in your back pocket can make you sound so polished and in control. So instead of a clumsy, hang on, try, may I place you on a brief hold? Instead of just saying, I can't hear you, a much more professional way is, I'm having a little trouble hearing you. These small little language shifts, they make a huge difference.
Of course, we all know you don't always connect live. That's just reality. And that's why mastering how to leave and take messages is every bit as important. So let's talk about the art of the message. When you're leaving a voicemail, your 2 best friends are clarity and brevity. Get in, say who you are, why you're calling, and leave your number. And here is the most crucial step. Say your number once, pause, and then repeat it slowly. It seems so simple, but that little act of repeating it makes it so much easier for the other person to get it right the first time. Now, on the flip side, when you're taking a message for a coworker, your number 1 goal is absolute accuracy. Get all the key details: who called, when, their number, what they need. And then, and this is the part people forget, read the important details back to the caller to confirm. That guarantees you didn't make any mistakes, and it shows the caller that you were actually listening. So we've covered your telephone manner, the live call, and the art of the message. Now let's put it all together and talk about why this isn't just about being polite, it's a real strategic advantage for your career. This quote just nails it, doesn't it? In a world where we might never actually meet a lot of our clients or colleagues in person, our voice becomes a massive part of our professional brand. How you sound on the phone is how people perceive you, period. And really, this is the main takeaway. Mastering the phone is not about memorizing a bunch of rules. It's about using these techniques as tools. Tools to build trust, tools to show people that you're capable and reliable, and tools to create stronger professional connections. So, I'll leave you with a question, a little challenge. Think about everything we just covered, your tone, that professional opening, how you leave a voicemail. What is the one skill from all of this that you will consciously focus on and practice on your very next call?